Alrighty, here we go. This one is for you, Sagittarius. That's you. This is Tarot Illumination, and this is your love and relationship mini generic report for January 2019. Now, before we get into it, actually, I'm going to shuffle while we keep doing this. I'm just going to rattle off the usual drill. I know a lot of the regulars know this stuff already. Please check out the description box below. It has all the links that we need, okay? So check out the box for First Friday group healing events, okay? It's super affordable. We can handle up to maybe 10, 20, maybe 10 or 15 people maybe. And it's a wonderful thing. It's already working. Next, if you're interested in Tarot Illumination merch, you like shopping, check the link below. If you're interested in the Tarot Illumination satin silk scarf, if you're interested in the book about January 2020, if you're interested in personal readings, if you're just interested in Tarot Illumination stuff, check all the links below. And there's more, okay? So, next thing, most important, Tarot Illumination membership. The most highly appreciated way you can say thank you and to keep the channel going is to become a member, okay? Check the link below. Now, we're going to keep shuffling because we still have a little bit more homework to do here. I'm going to mention a little bit about the astrology because it's a really dynamic month and there's a lot going on for you, Sagittarius, okay? But I highly recommend watching the actual playlist for the Astrodoodles for January 2019. Did one specially just because it's kind of a special month. It's a very special, big, dynamic month, okay? Now for singles, if you want to watch this, you can. It's built for people in relationship, but if you allow for the laws of attraction, what is it that you are radiating as a person and what are you attracting back to you? Then you could, if you really want to stretch it, you could watch these reports in that way. Also, please, people, watch for your sun, moon, and rising, especially if they're all different, and then do a reinterpretation to suit yourself, okay? Also, you might want to cross-watch for the significant other. Remember, this is not a couple's reading. It's all about you, Sagittarius, and we are factoring another character into the story. We're going to use the Tarot Illumination Crucible spread. It's on the understanding that there's you, Sagittarius, a significant other, and a third entity called the relationship. And the crucible is the structure. The relationship is the structure that contains you guys, okay? So what is that structure? What is it made of? What's it like? Is it leaky? Is it strong? Is it wobbly? Is it flexible? Anyway, we'll get into that. Have a look at this. The big news is the eclipses, okay? For you, most especially, well, it's a whole cluster here. Actually, it's kind of a big deal for you, Sagittarius, January. You've got Venus in Sagittarius along with Jupiter right there. That's very sweet for you, making you just gorgeous, okay? We've got Mars in Aries all month, your house of true love. So things might get very passionate and exciting there, or it could be very conflicted. Mars is a very, very contentious energy. It wants to do what it wants to do. So things could be very fiery. Over here, January the 5th, we've got the huge Capricorn new moon eclipse in your second house, which is very much to do with values, self-worth, money, talents, gifts, and all of that. And you might be realizing new levels of all of that inside of yourself. At the end of the month, we've got the big eclipse, of course, with the Leo Aquarius thing. But anyway, check out the other playlist. Right now, let's get back to you. Okay, cards are shuffled, all right? Okay, I'm going to do it the last second. I need peace of mind, all right? Check out all the links below in the description box, okay? Then you will have a much better understanding of what really goes on here at Tarot Illumination. It's rather more than a tarot channel. I'm just letting you know. Okay, cards are shuffled. Let's cut it all up nice and even. Bless the deck. Bless every single card. Bless you, Sagittarius. Bless Tarot Illumination. And bless all the technology that we can do this amazing thing together. Please, you can say thank you. Best way is by becoming a member. What are you radiating, okay? Sag, what are you radiating? Think of yourself like a smartphone. You're always transmitting and always receiving. What are you transmitting? What are you receiving? Same for the significant other, chosen person over here. What's happening deep down inside of you, okay, at the heart soul level? What about deep down inside of them at the heart soul level? And at the very core, the relationship itself. What does that look like? Okay, can you see the bowl shape here? It is a bowl shape. The whole idea is that with a crucible, crucibles are designed to withstand intense pressure of alchemical relationships, and it's just of alchemical reactions. And it's the same with human relationships. As we intimate and separate, we go through intense pressures. Okay, relationships are probably the most challenging things in our lives for most people. I know we've got health issues, finances, career, and everything, but for a lot of us, it's relationships. Without a really rich, satisfying relationship, no matter what else is going on, we can start to live a life where things start to feel very hollow. What is being born out of this? Okay, think of this as a living organism. What is this like? What are you growing? You guys own this thing. Okay. Let's have a look. Circumstantial energy, environmental influences, call it the weather, okay? Call it the planets. I mean, the planets are so significant this month with the Capricorn new moon eclipse, the Leo Aquarius full moon eclipse. You know, you can't argue with that. Let's have a look. The Knave of Coins. So this is kind of like the Page of Coins. My feeling is that you're coming into this whole thing kind of innocent. Okay, and with the best of intentions, and I think that Page of Coins energy is relating very, very loudly to do with the Capricorn new moon eclipse over here in your second house of money, values, and things like that. And so you might be getting a whole big brand new perspective about your self-worth, your value, your talents and gifts, and what they really are, and having a chance to restart all this. The Capricorn energy is a huge reboot for you. Now back that up with the Venus in Sagittarius and the Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's just like you're in kind of a sweet spot, okay? No matter how bad things might be, you've actually got a lot of really good things going for you this month. All right, let's have a look. What are you radiating here? Ace of Wands, bam-o. Well, you wouldn't have this unless you've earned it, okay? This is a card of sacred opportunity, the Ace of Wands. This is almost like having a massive jump start in life for you to become a brand new you. And I think that's kind of what's happening, okay, over here. You know, look at that. Jupiter in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius. How sweet is that for Sagittarians, you know? It's almost like having a huge birthday present, a massive inheritance or something. And then with the money stuff here, money things here, new starts, new beginnings, you might be looking at yourself in a whole brand new way that is like bigger and better than before. And then the question is, what are you going to do with that? Because this is raw, brand new birth energy, undefined. So it's a lot of energy here. It needs, to me, it feels like it means, Sagittarius, you have to be very, very strong in order to manage your own energy, because the energy is going to be so strong. Like there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that, okay? All that Capricorn energy. This is very serious stuff in January. So you can't afford to mess around with that. You cannot mess up. You cannot treat yourself like a kid who just inherited a Ferrari and dad and mom says, here's the key, son, and you just go and drive it around the block and you just blow it up. That's not allowed. You have to be incredibly aware about how incredibly lucky you are, okay? Also, let's just keep going. What about the other? Seven of Wands. Okay, so, well, with the Seven of Wands here, my feeling is that they're struggling to keep up with you. It's like they've got their own business to take care of. Remember, this is not a couples reading. It's all about you, Sagittarius, and we're allowing for the presence of a significant other. So with the Seven of Wands, my feeling is that there's a lot of, maybe it's like mutual appreciation, you know, like they might be sensing how amazing things have the possibility to be for you, and they're picking up on it. Like they're over here witnessing you, and they're seeing you kind of go like, wow, this is amazing. Like Venus and Sagittarius, Jupiter, Sagittarius, all that massive Capricorn thing in my second house. Money, money, money. I'm worth more than I thought I was. I actually am more valuable, more valued than I thought I was. That's pretty amazing. And they're like watching you like, whoa, what the heck is going on with them? Wait a minute, what about me? What about me? I'm part of this thing. And you're like, you could be so swept along with this energy that you almost forget about the significant other. So I'm just putting that out there. Just, be careful, because it would be so easy to get so carried away with this massive surge, like a tsunami wave of good stuff potentially happening for you, Sagittarius. But it might leave others in the dust and feel like, well, wow, are they going to leave me behind? I mean, how am I supposed to catch up with them? How am I supposed to be at that level? Are they going to outgrow me? I have so many issues myself that I have to handle with over here. I am doing everything I can to prevail, and I will prevail. I know it, but there feels like to me a big disparity in energies here. Okay, big disparities. Nothing good or bad, just a disparity. Okay, let's have a look. What are we radiating at the core here for you? The Knave of Wands. Okay, so that's a tremendous firepower of energy. My feeling here is that deep down, like even if you're watching this very early in the month or at the end of the very tippy end of December, you're already aware about how good this is potentially for you. Okay, and it looks to me like the desire is to make the best of this. Like, again, these are kind of like almost once in a lifetime opportunities, and you want the best. You want to do the best. You want to be the best you can. You want to rise to the challenge. You want to take all the energy and all the opportunity and make the most of it. This is all Wands energy here right now. Okay, let's have a look at this. So back to the beginning here with the Knave of Coins. My feeling is to take a few moments, with yourself and the significant one, where let's just check in with each other now again and realize, it's almost like, when people go on adventures together and they're doing this and this, and it's like, wow, look at that amazing thing. We went to the stalactites and saw the caves. We went into the caves and saw the stalactites. Oh, we went surfing at Maui. Oh, we went mountain climbing over here, and we did this and we did that. My feeling is that please be aware of the awesomeness of what's happening and what can happen, because that's for you, Sagittarius, but they're going through their own version as well of the same thing. And you have to understand that this is very strong, powerful, dynamic, raw, new energy. And it would be very easy to get swept up kind of like in almost like an egoic rush, oh, wow. And those are the moments where it can be very easy to forget the other. You get so excited, I'm going to go hang gliding off the cliffs. I'm just going to do it because I know I can. I'm so amazing. And then they're over here oh, wait a minute. I can barely even rollerblade. I can't. I don't know how to bicycle. I don't know how to skateboard. Are you going to ask me, or shall I just sit and watch? Please. I mean, this is so scary. And then you're like, oh, just watch me. I feel a huge disparity going on here. So please allow for that. You know how it's so easy for you, Sagittarius, to be so excited and full and happy about life and want to just well, why can't everybody be like me? Why can't you all be happy and take advantage of all the good stuff around there? Well, not all of us have that ability. Let's have a look. What are they radiating deep down? Queen of Coins. Okay. My feeling is that there's this kind of romantic influence going on here, but it's in very practical ways. You know how love is as love does. I think deep down what they want is something that actually works. They want the very best for you that's possible. They also want the best for themselves that's possible. And they also want what is best for the relationship, because that's good for everybody. And I think in their own way, they are aware of the potentials and the possibilities of what's going on here. But it's almost like being one of those this is going to sound really weird, but like one of those couples get sucked into one of those contests or those TV shows where like the couple goes off and does this or the couple does that, or like you're getting filmed as you go off on some epic journey, or you're starting a new business, a new life, and the cameras are all over you, and it's very cool and exciting, but it's also very intrusive, and everything that's not working gets exposed. And my feeling is that they really, really want the best stuff to happen. And you're almost like, I want to make a movie about this. I want to make a movie about me, about us, and how amazing things are and how they could be. And they're like, please, I mean, do we actually have to do that? Can't we just mind our own business and do what I'll do what I can to do what works, and we'll try and make this work because I have so much to offer. I value you. You value me. We have something. Please let's not mess this up by turning our lives into some bizarre carnival freak show event or something, because it's so exciting. It's so like stimulating. People get off on themselves, and then when the show is over, they realize like, what were we doing? Like it's almost like it's too much. You've seen those shows and everything that happens in real time there, what do they call it, reality shows or something. And then you find like the couple starts to fall apart and disintegrate as all the amazing opportunities get turned into these fights and these ego wars and whatever. Okay? They only want what's best for you, what's best for them, what's best for the relationship. They don't want to stop you from being awesome and having a good time. My feeling is just that they're very cautious. They don't want to squander what valuable things that you might have. What about the core of the relationship itself over here? Okay, the Ten of Cups, because there is a lot at stake. My feeling here with the Ten of Cups is there's a tremendous amount at stake here, and this needs to be understood. The Ten of Cups is almost like a, ultimate happiness card for some people, especially when it comes to love and romance and stuff and things like that. That's great. I'm happy to see that here at the core of the crucible. This is the crucible. That's the bowl. That's the structure that contains you guys, that contains the relationship. You guys own this thing. You own this Ten of Cups thing. And my feeling is that it's a very loud message that the relationship has a lot of good things going here. In some ways for you guys, it's some way, some part in your relationship, you've got a lot of ingredients that many people would be very, very glad to have themselves, almost jealous of what you guys might have. No matter how much the other party might be struggling, Sagittarius, okay, that's their journey. This is all about you, Sag. So with the Ten of Cups here, my feeling is that it's very important that you don't get carried away by the rush and the dynamism of this month. And you become very aware about how blessed and lucky you are already, okay? With the Ten of Cups here, having, stuff that not every, it's almost like very few people get to have what you have, Sagittarius, even if it's only for a fragment of a moment in time where you realize that you guys have something very valuable, precious, and beautiful in terms of happiness, the happy home, the happy family, happiness, being happy with yourself, them being happy with themselves, being happy with each other, being happy with the relationship, and having that, and you feel it deep, deep in your bones. You need to be aware of that, because that could easily just go, what are we growing here? Okay, justice. So the good thing about this is that you're getting what you deserve. If you've got really awesome, good things happening in your love life and relationship, Sagittarius, then you deserve it. It's turning out exactly as it should be. And it can't be any other way. That's how the universe works. Everything is exactly as it should be because it can't be any other way. That's just how it is. That's like the laws of physics, okay? Now, the thing is that if things aren't pretty in your relationship, then it's exactly the same thing. The issue of ultimate happiness and having it all is at stake here. And then you realize whatever's not working, that's exactly as it should be. Okay, it can't be any other way. Justice is being served. And then you realize, my gosh, maybe I was so carried away. Maybe I think I'm more amazing than I am. Maybe I need to consider and allow for their struggles more. I'm not sure. I don't know. But either way, justice is being served here. Just the outcome, like in other words, what's happening for you, Sagittarius, is exactly what is supposed to be happening. Given all the seeds that you've planted over time with the relationship between yourself and a significant other, and how you've played your cards, how they've played their cards, lived your lives, to have this at the core, very, very sweet. Question is, how stable is that? It's lovely to have this here. But again, this is just one tarot reading. In a moment in time, this too shall change. So it's very important to realize whatever it is that's really, really good about your life, there has to be something somewhere that's really good. Please be aware of it and how incredibly valuable it is, okay? And that you deserve it. You deserve this. They deserve it. The relationship deserves it. So I'm feeling, there's no cards here that's showing attitude of gratitude, but I'm feeling it's very, very important to be aware, to be really aware of your good fortune and the good opportunities that are potentially out there for you, okay? I don't want to say anything more. I think I might mess it up. I hope you get something out of this. You might be coming in pretty naive and innocent, and you might not know exactly what you're doing or how or why, but that kind of doesn't matter. What counts is the love. You know, if you're doing this, if this is happening in a situation where you're like a young couple and there's very little money and resources around, you can still have all this. If you've been around a block a few times, or if you're in a very long-term thing, you can still have the same storyline, okay? And understanding that, you know, life is kind of an adventure, a journey, and you're coming in sort of innocent here, and you're realizing this whole new rebirthing thing that's going on. There's a lot of newness and good stuff here and rebirthing here. So please make the most of it, and please understand in some ways how lucky you are. Even if you don't think you are, there's something really sweet going on here, okay, for you guys. There's something sweet here, okay, some way, somehow. All right. Thank you very much, Sagittarius. Bye-bye. All the best in January 2019. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.